It's great to have you with us from Robert W. Plaster Stadium. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. It's the Kennesaw State Owls and the Missouri State Bears. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer, these teams might have to brave the elements in this one. Isn't that right, Holly Rose?
This is a bright and beautiful day, but I can tell you the temperature is chilly. Not always used to these kind of temperatures here. They are ready to have some heaters on the sideline. I see players trying to warm their hands. Particularly important for the wide receivers. They do have gloves on, and the quarterbacks trying to keep their hands warm to see how it impacts the passing game here today. Back to you.
Okay, Holly, I know you're out. Elements, keep an eye on that. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So the Kennesaw State Owls offense onto the field for the first possession of the game. Ricky Collins, he was sacked 4 times and threw a couple of interceptions last time out. Pulls it on the option. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. To the air. It's Collins. Caught over the middle. It's Rogers. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got an open man. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. The Owls come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll pull it on the read. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds. Let's talk for just a second about Kennesaw State. Good pickup on the recruiting trail last week. 3-star offensive lineman gives them a verbal, and this is the type of talent they need to get into the program and then develop.
Yeah, and this really was more of an emotional decision, I think, for him as well. He's been a fan of this program ever since he was a young boy, and now he's getting a chance to live out his dreams. As a 3-star, he had opportunities to go elsewhere, to play in better conferences against better competition, but this for him felt like home, and now he has a chance to go out and live that dream.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill. Go.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Quick release by the QB. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. The Bears offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. Last time we saw these guys, they came out firing. They were up to any challenge offered by the secondary. Any suggestions on how to prevent that from happening again this week, Dave?
And it's tough to have that great of a QB and that great of a wide receiver, but you definitely have to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Jam him. Mess up the timing. Their chemistry and timing with this elite QB and elite receiver is really good. Jesse, I got to mess it up somehow.
And you just have to take calculated risks, right? Every defensive coordinator wants to be aggressive, and you want to press them and play press man, but you can only do it a handful of times, because you know in this game, when the quarterback sees that isolated matchup, there is no question he's going to take a shot deep down the field to that guy.
They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. Looking to throw, it's Locklear. It's complete to the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. He's brought down the one. A play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. The Bears, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Wants to throw again. Finds his man. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. The 50. He's at the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Kennesaw State. A pick 6. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Couldn't find room for the big play. He'll be stopped after a short return as the coverage unit right on top of it. The Bears offense makes its way onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Takes an easy one to the back.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Out of the gun, they give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Now backed up in their own end, it's 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Locklear. Under fire. And down he goes, the defense bringing the heat.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
That thing was down for a while. Big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Running inside, it's Morgan. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. Kennesaw State right back to work.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. It's complete to the right. And with that, the chain gang will get busy. First down, Kennesaw State. We've reached the break. It's Kennesaw State on top. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. The option look. Rides the option, he keeps it. Maybe some room here. They bring him down. The option run to perfection, and it will move the chains. And the Owls are moving quickly down the field.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking for a man. It's Collins. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He breaks a tackle. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. The Owls come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Looking to fire. Finds his man. It's Booker. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. And the Owls pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Got it behind the line. It's Booker. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see him there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
So the Missouri State offense heads out to open this drive. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Got enough for the first. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Locklear. Here's the pressure. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. The Bears with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Motion from the wideout. To the air on 2nd down. Finds his man. It's Robinson. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looks as if he's going to run it. They stop him right there. They tried to convert with the run, and the defense was up for the challenge. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. And this one is anything but routine. A 48-yard attempt from the right hash. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
On the run from inside his own 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Morgan. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Pocket breaking down.
And you don't want want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
The Bears call a timeout. That'll be their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Give to the running back. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. He gets a block. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. So here comes the Missouri State offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some...
Upstairs to make the catch. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. And the Bears, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. From the gun, the ground game.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Here's a heat. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. And a chance to really carry momentum with them into the locker room if they can take the lead here. 1st and goal. Looking downfield, it's Locklear. Touchdown, Missouri State. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Well, all the different time management situations this head coach was using in the first half has led to this moment specifically right here. This is exactly what he wanted to have happen. He wanted to score a touchdown at the end of the first half, take a lead, knowing he's got the ball first in the second half. If they score a touchdown then, all of a sudden this thing starts blowing wide open for them, and all the momentum is on their side.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? To the air on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Booker. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. The sure hands. It's Morgan. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for 1 final play in this half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, week 12, almost 0 margin for error. Just the way we like it here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with a look at the Pitt Panthers taking on the number 6 team, the Louisville Cardinals. And it's Pitt able to pull off the upset in this one, but by the narrowest of margins. And this one gets them to 5 wins on the year, which isn't cause for a campus-wide celebration, but it's proof the coaching staff is getting through to this team. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big Ten. Now back over to your game in Springfield. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. but I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. For now, let's get back to the guys in the booth to start up this second half.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. As we start the second half, Holly, what adjustments do these teams want to make?
Catching up with Coach Casey Woods at halftime. He said this is exactly the type of game he was expecting. Two solid defenses have made it very difficult to find points in the end zone today. The defenses have been terrific so far, really limiting what the other is able to do. Points are at a premium down here. Guys, you've got to believe that whoever makes the next mistake and has a turnover, that might be a significant change in this game. I'll keep you posted from the sidelines. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Got enough for the first. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Locklear. Finds the tight end. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Like a big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Gets it out quickly. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Robinson. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
He finds a soft spot in the middle. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. And the Bears line it up with a 1st and goal. Makes the grab on the left. Touchdown, Missouri State! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And listen, my job is to get it to my playmakers like this guy on the outside. He'll do the rest. He'll get in the end zone. Nice catch. Would have finished it with a touchdown.
And they tacked on the extra point. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Owls offense comes out ready to go to work. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. He'll pitch it. Turning it on! And he's knocked down, but not before he picks up enough for the first down. The Owls are in the hurry-up.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here, trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
And he slips the first defender and picks up a handful of yards. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
And the D brings the heat, man, and they catch him a little bit off guard. Quarterback doesn't know where to go with the football. Man, the worst thing you can do on 4th down is take a sack. It doesn't matter if you get an INT. Throw that thing up. Give your receiver a chance to make a play. He holds on to it too long, and the defense gets the sack.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Here we go. Ready?
They'll move the tight end. They'll run it from the gun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. It'll be 3rd and long. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Makes his man miss. Tried to find some running room, but there was none to be had, and he's well short. It'll be 4th and 5. Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
That is great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the...
Snags it and he's open. Tripped up for the tackle.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Got it looking for a first. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. On 4th down, going to the air. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down.
You got to have better tackling in the back end on defense. The guy didn't have the first once he had the ball in his hand, but because you missed the tackle, they've now got a fresh set of downs.
The option, he'll keep it. 7-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3. And the Owls moving quickly to the line.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the 1st down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. It's Collins. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. And right in the middle of tight coverage, and he still makes the grab at the 15. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy and being physical when he caught it. When he catches the football, I've got to immediately impact him so he can't catch it. That's how it's done.
As we wind our way toward the end of this one, gives us a minute to check out the Week 12 scoreboard and the top 12 teams in the country and how things are going there. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. After swapping into the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Throws to the tight end. Got it! And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the 4th quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point.
He gets it in! Touchdown, Owls! They got the score they needed, but this isn't over.
No, don't call it a comeback yet. The first part, step 1 accomplished, but this offense obviously still has work to do, but the defense has to go out and get a stop and get him the ball back.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Bear offense. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Snagged in the middle, it's Robinson. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. The Bears can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking for the edge, it's Green. Plows through the defense. They'll bring him down, but not before he put people in the spin cycle. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He'll run it again. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen.
Maybe a crease. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. The Bears headed quickly to the line.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense
makes the catch, and he's free. Touchdown, Bears! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The Bears have the answer.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Kennesaw State will go on the attack, the offense onto the field. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a 2-possession game. They must get something here. Not sure exactly what went haywire there, but the timing was just off.
And that's your job as a defense, right? You got to find a way to disrupt the timing and jam wide receivers or get to the quarterback and make him feel uncomfortable, but you can't let that timing be easy and effortless. Nice job by the defense.
This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Back to pass, it's Collins. Fires to the wideout. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to fit the field position with the return. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Gets rid of it. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
I'll tell you, when this guy's in a rhythm, he never misses. And you've seen that in this game. Very, very accurate up to this point. That time, though, a little bit out of rhythm, and I think that's why he missed that throw.
Could not make his way to the corner.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
There is nowhere to go. He has stopped, and it'll be 4th down from the 23. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Good right down the boulevard. And that will extend their lead even further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Working that left side now. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the 1st down. Kennesaw State right back to work.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
To throw, it's Collins. Unloads to the wideout. The short hands, it's Bryson. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
What a beautiful throw and catch. And I'll tell you, sometimes when you're throwing the go route, you can overanalyze things and think, what coverage do we want it against? What matchup are we looking for? But if I've got a guy outside that I know can go make a play, I don't care. I'm throwing it up, and I'm letting him go make a play.
He'll send out 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 4. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. You don't give a hoot. Kennesaw State does. Touchdown, Owls. And they take it in for 6 more points. And he puts through the extra point. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. So here comes the Missouri State offense. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll run the ball, the clock is on their side. Picks up the first down. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. They came out humming on this drive, and now it's first down from the 36. They'll run the option, fighting off the defender. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. He was grabbing for anything he could get a hold of and wound up with a fistful of face mask, and it'll cost him 15. And after they mark off the yardage for the personal foul penalty, it's 1st and 10 for this offense. Finds a little space. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through him.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Just going to keep it after the snap. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. The defense quickly calls a timeout, trying to save as much clock as possible. $1:57 left. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9. With 1:52 seconds left, the defense will use a timeout trying to get the football back. And the Bears trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. Going for the goal line, and into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bears! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach, and that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And the extra point makes this a 13-point game here in the fourth. They march 79 yards on the drive, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Owl offense is out there to get this drive underway. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. On the ground, it's Morgan. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. They go right back to him, and the defense wrestles him to the ground. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. It has been said that the obstacle is the way, and this obstacle is now back-to-back losses.
Back-to-back L's. It's not the end of the world, though. I still think there's time for this team to figure out what they're going to do, how they're going to finish the season strong. It's not over yet. 2 bad weeks. Flush it down the toilet. Refocus the mechanism. We're ready to rock and roll next week.
It just needs to be about finding a way to win a game right now. In all likelihood, 99.9% chance the college football playoff now is not a possibility anymore. That's okay. Let's worry about winning a game. Let's go back. Let's watch the film. Let's get back to being who we are.